I've got no strings, so I have fun. I'm not tied up to anyone. They've got strings, but you can't see there are no strings on me.
Watcher!
Mouse, Cheezo, Cheese Mouse, how are you?
Oh, still the crazy bundle of fluff I've always been.
What have you been up to?
Not much, really. Just hanging around.
What, having a laugh with all your friends?
No, literally hanging around. On the washing line. Some plonker spilled milkshake on me, so I had to be cleaned.
Did you get a ride in the washing machine?
Yep, worse luck. It makes me dizzy.
I love going round for a spin. It's such fun. Going round and round and round and round and round and round.
Oh, don't remind me! I thought I was going to throw up.
So you spent half the day dangling from the line?
That's right, staring at the same brick wall for hours on end.
Good day for drying, though.
Suppose. The stuffing in my head's still a bit damp, though. I'll probably get draped over the radiator tonight so I can air through.
Hello, Zipple.
Hello, Lord Eglinton, my dear.
I do wish you wouldn't call me that.
That's your name, Lord Eglinton. I'm not calling you Lord Eglinton III of Suckville Manor. It's too much of a mouthful.
I wasn't talking about my name. I was talking about the term of endearment you always tag on the end.
But the word dear?
Precisely.
What's the problem?
Well, I'm not a deer for a start. I'm a sock.
It doesn't mean that. It's spelled differently for a start.
I'm perfectly aware of that. I just don't like it.
Ooh, sorry.
I'd prefer to be addressed by my name. Only...
Very well, Lord Eglinton. What can I do for you, Lord Eglinton?
A new associate, Mr. DeSecond.
You mean fans?
That's the one. Well, he would like to...
What do you want? I'm on a video call. I'll be as quick as I can. Sorry about that, dear. Oh, I mean, Lord Eglinton. They didn't realize I was on a call. What were you saying about Franz II?
Yes, well, he'd like to attend the AGM, but hasn't been to one before.
Hardly surprising. He was only made a few months ago.
Precisely. So, I thought it would be a good idea if we filled him in on a little bit of the ins and outs of the procedures and protocols.
Suppose, if you think it's necessary.
I do. Looks like he's here now.
We can't hear you, Franz. Are you muted?
Put your sound on. We still can't hear you.
Can you hear us? Is your volume up?
Click on the little microphone icon and activate your sound.
I don't think he can see what to do.
Is this better?
Yes, we can hear you now.
You're coming through loud and clear. Where's he gone now?
He must have dodgy internet.
Oh no.
Don't worry, dear. He'll be back.
been a massive fan of Miss Piggy.
She's a real star.
Oh, she is. I first saw on the promotion telly when I was back in the toy shop. I used to hang on this hook directly facing the screen.
Lucky you. I've never had such a privileged upbringing. I spent the early part of my life in the bottom of a sack.
Being in a toy shop isn't all it's cracked up to be. The dolls can be very spiteful.
And I bet the action figures thought they were all that.
All right.
Brilliant. Where have you been?
I've just been talking to my mate, innit?
I thought we were your mates.
Mate, you totally my mates, obs, but I've got other mates, mate, innit? He's a very popular rat, you know?
Who you been talking to?
My mate Bobo.
Bobo the bear?
Innit?
How is it? I haven't seen him since he appeared on the conveyor belt on the Generation game.
He was never the same after that, mate. He didn't cope with the stardom, innit? Some peeps just can't cut it.
I'd love to be on the telly. I think I've got just the right written charisma.
Yes, me too. I could be the next Rolf the dog.
I'd like to walk in the footsteps of Andy Panda.
No, mate. You wouldn't look good in black and white.
You'd be good on TV. Brilliant.
I know, right? I'd be like a mashup of all those top celebs, innit? I'd have like the style of Lady Penelope, the wit of Roland Rat, and the anarchy of Emu.
You'd totally nail it.
I'd be sick.
Come on, where are you? Oh no, what does she want? Hiya! What have you been up to, stranger? Long time? No see. I haven't seen you since we had that night out with Punch and Judy. It was a blast, wasn't it? I don't think Mr. Punch ever did find that string of sausages. Anyway, what can I do you for? Bet you're on the scrounge again. Yes, you are. You're always borrowing something. I never did get that t-shirt back. What meeting? Oh, the annual general meeting of puppets and cuddly toys. That's tonight. In a few minutes, in fact. It is. It's been in my diary for months. Yes, I'm sure. We got an email reminder. What do you mean you don't think you'll be able to make it? It is very important. Is it vital you attend this picnic? You're not even a teddy bear. It's up to you, of course, but it's your chance to have your voice heard, an opportunity to put your opinion across. Well, don't come running to me when something gets passed that you don't agree with. It's your choice. See you when I see you. Enjoy your picnic.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, but I can't see you.
Oh, heck. What's that about?
Turn your camera on.
It is on.
It can't be, otherwise I'd be able to see you.
It's definitely on.
It's not.
Oh, hang on. You're right. Da-da! Is that better?
You're late.
Yes, sorry about that.
The AGM will be starting soon.
I know. I'm sorry. I was on the phone.
Who to?
Marty.
Marty Moosley?
Yep.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't. And you know how I know? Because I've been speaking to him on the phone. He called me.
Oh.
Yes, Elle.
Hello, my darlings.
You should have been here 5 minutes ago.
I've been busy. Can I help it if I'm popular?
Your camera isn't on.
I forgot to put mine on too.
I haven't forgotten. I just haven't turned it on.
Why ever not?
I haven't brushed my ears.
Don't be ridiculous. Turn your camera on.
But I look a right mess.
Look, we haven't got time. Turn it on.
Oh, what are you on about? You look lovely.
I look rough. I don't know why you just see me anyway. As long as you can hear me.
I want to know I've got your undivided attention.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hi, Snow Silver.
You're late.
Am I?
Yes.
I thought it started at 7.
No, that's when the actual AGM begins. This is an unofficial pre-AGM so we can discuss what we want to discuss.
Oh yeah, soz. It's a bit confusing.
It's perfectly simple. This is a meeting about the meeting we're about to meet in to discuss the discussion we'll be discussing in the meeting.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Luna.
Check out my new background. Cool or what?
It's gorgeous, darling.
Ooh, I like that. How'd you do it?
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, my friend. All you have to do is...
Never mind all that. Where have you been?
I was finishing my dinner.
If you're going to come up with an excuse, at least use a plausible one.
I'm sorry. It was the first thing I could think of.
Well, it was a ridiculous thing to say. I mean, puppets don't even eat. You're just wasting everyone's time. Now, could we get on, please?
All right, all right. Don't get your stitches in a twist.
Good evening, Mr. Chair Puppet.
Hello, Lord Eglinton.
Am I the first?
You always are, Lord Eglinton.
One likes to be punctual. I pride myself on my timekeeping.
It does you credit.
As you know, when I was chair, I always kept a tight ship. I didn't make any allowances for late comers. The meeting always started on the dot.
I'll do my best to follow in your footsteps.
Might prove a little tricky, as I don't have any feet.
Good evening, Lenny. Good evening, Lord Eglinton.
Hello, Franz. Is that a new set of eyes you've got on?
No, I've had these ones for a while.
I like them.
Do you think they suit me?
Oh, yes, they're very nice.
Hello, everybody. Lovely to see you all.
Hello, Sally. You're looking very plush.
I was given a going over with the Hoover a few days ago.
Oh, don't talk to me about Hoovers. I lost many a friend to the bite before. Terrible way to go.
All right.
Hi there, Polly. You look pretty. Pretty Polly. Does Pretty Polly want a cracker?
Ha ha, very funny. I've not heard that one before.
I'm glad to see you. I was worried you might have gone off since we saw you last.
Am I one of the first?
One of them, but not the first. That was me.
Of course you were.
Hi Timmy, how you doing? It's lovely to see you. I love the orange hat. That is Hello.
Right, if I could bring everybody to order now, please.
Just long. I know.
If we could have a little quiet, please. Attention, everybody. I think we'll begin the meeting.
Built up, everyone. Mr. Chair Puppet is trying to speak.
Thank you. I know we're a bit thin on the ground. However, if nobody has any objections,
I think we'll start the meeting now.
But Norm isn't here yet.
Do we know if he's coming?
He said he was when I WhatsApped him.
When was that?
Last Friday.
That was nearly a week ago.
Was he okay? He did say a couple of the strings were coming loose.
Maybe something's come up.
Or fallen down.
We can't wait all night.
Yes, I think maybe we should get on.
Hear, hear.
But without Norm, you won't have a representative for the String Puppet Guild. Message him to see if he's on his way.
And while that's being done, we can get on with the apologies.
Right, good idea. Any apologies?
Hamish McTartan can't make it, I'm afraid. One of his buttons fell off, so he can't see very well. He's hoping someone will notice and sew it back on for him.
Oh dear, poor chap. Let's hope he's on the mend soon. Anyone else?
Patsy might not make it.
Patsy who?
Patsy Pastry.
I don't know her.
You do! She used to have a double act with Trudy Souffle. They used to be called the Wooden Spoonies.
Ooh, they were something else they were. Blooming brilliant.
Until poor Trudy got snapped in half by that dog.
That horrible thing to happen.
Anyway, I spotted on Facebook that she'd been roped into a last minute behind the sofa puppet show.
Right, so that's Patsy and Hamish. Anyone else?
The pony is definitely going to come, but he's going to be late. He's got a Skype call with a beanie friend of his.
Very well. Thank you for that. Let's move on to...
Mate, can I just say something before you start? It's just, I was wondering how long this meeting will go on,
Yes, darlings. It would be nice to know when things will wrap up. If you could give us an approximate idea, I want to see if I can get a late appointment at the Fluffy Pink Rabbit Boutique.
Oh dear, I'm afraid I can't.
It will be as long as it needs to be.
It's just I've got stuff to do, innit?
What stuff? What could be more important than the annual general meeting of puppets and cuddly toys?
I got places to go, people to see. I's a very busy puppet,
Can't it wait?
No, mate. People is relying on me, innit?
You'll just have to make your excuses and leave early if you really need to.
Awesome. Does that go for me too, darling?
Could you not go to the boutique tomorrow?
Yes. I'll be doing that as well. I go every day. Twice sometimes.
Well, okay, if you really must.
Actually, do you think I'll be able to leave early as well?
There won't be anybody left at this rate.
It's just, I don't want to miss my favourite programme.
I suppose so.
Mr. Chair Puppet, surely that is not an acceptable reason.
All right. Don't get your fabric in a flap. I'll watch some catch-up.
Thank you. That will be appreciated. Now, swiftly moving on. Has everyone read the minutes? Were there any matters arising?
Yes, I was wondering if we were any closer to getting a patron on board.
I believe, Mouse, you were looking into this for us. Any luck?
Was I?
That's what it says.
What?
In the minutes.
Oh, sorry. I haven't had a chance to read them.
You've volunteered to put some feelers out with your contacts.
Oh, yeah. So I did. Must have slipped out of my mind. I could probably text around a few folk while the meeting is still on, if you like.
If you'd be so kind.
I could try and reach out to Orville the Duck. I once saw him in Panto and waited at the stage door to get his autograph. He might remember me.
Orville the Duck? He's a bit of a has-been.
He can still draw a crowd. It was packed. He had the audience eating out of his wing.
I wish I could fry and bake him into a pie, but I can't.
Well, who do you suggest then?
Someone who's a bit more hip, a bit more fresh. Someone who's of the moment.
What about Sooty or Sweep? Lord Eglinton was telling me they've been around for years.
And they've never really gone out of fashion.
And they're so funny.
Either of them are very vocal, though. I can't imagine they'd be great guest speakers.
Shall we wait to see what Mouse comes back with and then move forward with your idea if we need to?
Absolutely. It's no fizz off my nose.
Okay. Any other matters arising?
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
No.
Right, moving on. Next, item 16 on the agenda, proposed changes to the Constitution. Flavio, I believe you have submitted a proposed change. Would you care to put forward your suggested amendment to the Constitution?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair Puppet. In fact, I would like to propose quite a considerable amendment, something I've been reflecting on for quite a while now, and after informal conversations with various other members, I believe something that will be very well supported.
Well, get on with it then.
My proposal is that we move a motion to establish two separate groups, one for puppets and one for cuddly toys.
Oh, here we go.
I feel in recent years, the requirements and priorities of puppets and cuddly toys have become increasingly divergent, and I think it's time to form separate groups to satisfy everyone's wishes adequately.
But that's what it used to be like.
We integrated the two because of our similarities.
A decision I did not approve of at the time.
Then why didn't you say something at the time?
I did. I was very vocal about it.
Yes, you always are.
Perhaps I could invite comments from the rest of our members at this point.
Oh!
Yes, Mouse?
I've just had a message from Basil Brush about being a new patron. Oh, bad news. It's a no from him. I'll keep trying.
Could we get back to the matter at hand?
Yes, sorry. Now, does anybody have any comments about Flavio's proposal?
I think Snow Silver might have something to say.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
Oh yes, of course. I just wanted to say, if you look around at who's present, there's a lot more puppets here than cuddly toys.
And your point is?
Well, that's it really.
I'm still not quite sure what you're getting at.
If I could interject, I think the point Snow Silver's trying to put across and making a right mess of it is that the lack of cuddly toys in attendance could suggest their needs that are not being met.
Or it might be because they're not made to feel very welcome.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, let's face it, you and your cronies have always been a little frosty towards cuddly toys.
Just because my priorities lie with what concerns us puppets doesn't mean I am not welcoming.
But the concerns of puppets are basically the same as those of cuddly toys.
I beg to differ.
What do you want about? We're all made of fabric. We're all stuffed with stuffing.
I'm not.
Well, most of us are.
Yes, but cuddly toys take a lot more stuffing than puppets.
Yeah, that's obvious. There needs to be space for their hand with puppets.
That's my point precisely.
You mean Flavio's point?
Well, yeah. He made it, but we agree, don't we?
Yes. Yes.
Snow Silver?
What?
Oh, never mind.
I think we should have our own little group to address things specific to us. We are all very different.
It's a no from Elmo.
Be quiet. We're discussing something of the utmost importance.
Yeah, you carry on. Don't mind me.
Darcy, you had just begun to make a point.
That's right. I was just going to say that cuddly toys are there to look pretty and to be snuggled and told how cute they are, whereas puppets are there to entertain.
Children bring puppets to life.
They bring cuddly toys to life too, in their mind.
But they physically animate us.
Consequently, we get a lot more wear and tear.
Just look at my paws. The fur fabric is almost worn away.
Mr. Chair Puppet, I think perhaps it's time we took a vote on Flavio's proposed amendment.
Good idea, Lord Eglinton.
But before you do, it might interest you to know that Humpty Dumpty from Play School has agreed to be our patron.
And what bearing does that have on my proposal?
Well, he's a cuddly toy, isn't he? He's not going to want to be the patron of a group that only represents puppets.
Actually, very good point. Very good point. Well thought,
Glad you pointed that out.
Right, everyone, let's take a vote. All those in favour of forming separate groups? Here. All those against?
Me.
Push me. Obviously me.
Well, I've only got one thing to say to that. Get stuffed.